Welcome to your astrology report. This is the Peace Dealer, and thank you very, very, very much for your patience. We're gonna get right into this. Actually, thank you so much. And anytime I thank someone for their patience, and I see that they're a Taurus, I get even more thankful because I really feel that patience comes from Taurus. So when I see people live up to their principle, it's very heartwarming. But yeah, thank you so very much for your patience with me. And I'm very looking forward to our consultation that we will have. Outside of that, as we can see, you have your rising in Gemini. Okay, you got your Sun and your Mercury in Taurus, and you have your Moon on Pluto. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? You, my friend, are an alien. You are an alien. So I'm going to post the alien construct article because you are one of us. You have instrument aliens. So apparently, see, I attract a lot of aliens when I do readings too because I'm an alien myself. You have instrument aliens that have Pluto, Uranus, Saturn, or Neptune on the rising. You have power aliens that have these 4 planets on the sun, and power aliens have power over these alien frequencies and forces. Instrument aliens are used as literal instruments of these forces. And you and I are vessel aliens. As vessel aliens, we are possessed by these forces. Our soul is one with them. And you are a Plutonian vessel, okay? I'm more Neptunian and Uranian and Saturn. As a Plutonian vessel, I'm a Plutonian vessel right now because based on transits, the moon is actually exactly on my Pluto. One moment. Sorry, I had a telemarketer call. So based on this actually makes, so transit wise it works too. So as a Pluto vessel alien, we're able to sense negativity, discover other secrets, communicate with snakes and eagles, protect others from IRS audits, set history straight through psychic visions or research. Let me tell you right off the bat, this is all legit. This is all legit. I've experienced it, so I know, but this is across board for everyone else who has this. And to see that you have this in Libra is very, 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 one moment. So seeing that your Moon Pluto contact is actually in Libra takes this whole notion of being able to sense negativity and now puts this in the realm of social activity. It's a very fancy way of saying that you feel shade from others. When people throw shade at you, you feel it. You can hear it in their vocal tonality, like you know what's up. And this is all a part of a very riveting fixed cross you have in your chart that I'm actually very excited to go into. So concerning this fixed cross, we see there's Jupiter in Aries, Saturn in Cancer, which is gangster. 50 Cent has Saturn in Cancer, and he was also born in Jamaica, Queens. And then you have the Moon, Pluto, Libra. So if we talk about the significance of 75, by the way, I had to pause this reading because as soon as I started talking about the alien construct in your chart, the sound started going crazy. So that's not a coincidence. That to me is very significant. and it speaks to the power of your soul. But other than that, we do see that based on the equal sign system, your rising is 24 degrees Gemini. This now makes your identity the messenger. You are an angel, okay? So there's angelic spirit beings, which are sun in Gemini. There's angelic soul or lunar beings, which is moon in Gemini. And then you have angelic beings, okay? An angelic being is a Gemini rising. And this is important because this now gives you status of princess. Now, who you are, your sun is in Taurus. Taurus is the king queen, the natural king, natural queen. So you're a princess who's actually a queen. And when I say princess, I mean so in terms of the mutable ranking. Prince and princess has a higher rank than king and queen. So I don't mean that in a sense where it's like, you're my little princess. No. I mean this very, 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 matter of factly. And you are the messenger angel that now, if we take in your vibration, who you actually are is the balanced producer. Okay, as a Taurus sun, you carry the spirit of the manifester and the spirit of the producer. But if we take your title, if we take your AC identity, it is now expressed forth truthfully as an angel. Okay, and this is very, very important because you can claim identity to all these aspects, but seeing the AC in Gemini here using equal signs makes your sun and Mercury fall in the 11th house. But because I interpret equal signs as whole signs, you are a 12th house sun. And now all 12th house suns are legends. Okay. Another legendary aspect is to have your moon 12th house from your sun. Like if you're Aries moon, Taurus sun, like Pusha T, who is undoubtedly a legend. He's the only one to wash Drake, which is another legend. But other than that, this is very, very important because you carrying forth the quality of Taurus in the 12th house transcends material concerns and now allows you a very spiritual element of physicality and sensual touch that can make you quite misunderstood. What's even more profound about this is that you have Uranus in Scorpio, 0 degrees. This is so very important because Uranus is in Taurus now. So you're going through a very, very, very pivotal moment in your life where you have this Uranian opposition that is manifesting physically the full supernatural merit of your own spiritual strength through the mechanism of sensuality and touch. You can literally touch things and they just shock, right? But what's very, very, and it's less about, that's more an extreme example. This is more so the genius that you've now translated from deep within your soul to be expressed forth physically. In the sense where you find practical means to problem solve with ways of thinking outside the box, hence the innovative nature of Uranus. And this is so amazing because you having Uranus opposite your sun, you have to be okay with the fact of people looking and treating you like you're a crazy delusional motherfucker when you're one of the most genius, grounded goddess queens alive. And what gives you goddess status is Pluto on your moon. Being a vessel for Hades is a huge deal because you are now very in tune with the transformational generational lesson, the transformational generational lesson that all Pluto Libras have concerning ending sexism, ending racism. The reason why you see America falling down is because it has its Pluto return, and you see all this stuff being brought up is because all the Pluto Libras are having their Pluto squared, so they're up to bat. And this is what is allowing and causing all of you to break through from this harsh Capricorn square, especially you having Saturn in Cancer. All of this is opposing in Capricorn, your Saturn, from 8th to 2nd house, which is one incredible trust issue. about how creatively you can express your thoughts with others, okay? But the coolest thing about having Moon on Pluto here is that this gives you super psychic ability to not only deeply analyze a person's thoughts through their actions, but to directly sense negativity. Your moon will analyze, not in a Virgo way, but your moon will literally be receptive to an action I do or an action someone else does. And if there is any impurity in the intent of that action, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. This can lend you to be gaslighted, but it doesn't matter because you can feel it. And you know. And so this is very important because being in the 12th house means that your awareness of sensuality and physicality and it makes you an expert body language reader. It spiritualizes your ability to manifest. And this now incorporates vibrations and aspects of reality outside time and space to make certain things real, which is very frustrating of the earth element because the earth element and air runs by logic. 12th house in astrology is also the house of undoing. And so I know as a Gemini, my 12th house Taurus energy manifests in a supernatural sense of laziness where I could just be cuddling my pillow all day because I have Venus there. So like a 12th house Aries could be a hidden sense of anger that, you know, undoes the Taurus personality. We want to look at what undoes the Gemini personality. And that's your Taurus energy that may hold on to too many things, that may be too judgmental, that doesn't allow your Gemini rising the freedom it needs to express its thoughts. Now, we know this is not going to be a problem for you because you have Mercury next to your sun and you have other supporting energies to put in check this tendency. So now this takes the 12th house nature of Taurus and now exalts it to its highest divine level. And this is what's going to allow you to be aware of the ultimate value of physical possessions, things, places, and people. There's a very spiritual element to 12th house Taurus. And see, it's still going to blend like in the 11th house. But because your 12th house is ruled by Taurus, these are all 12th house energies. And so this is very important because 12th house brings a supernatural quality of strength to your spirit as a Gemini rising. And it allows your mind to be aligned with your physical neural connection. I made that word up, but like the neural connectivity from your brain to your body is Gemini, Taurus, Earth, Air. And this is what's going to align your body magically through your heart with Venus and Gemini. Happy Venus return, by the way. So before we get more into the Taurus, because that is your Taurus Scorpio energy is unlike any other Taurus alive. And one major misconception you have to deal with is Uranus contacts make people come off crazy because you're ahead of your time. You're genius. You're outside the box. Especially the Uranus and Scorpio generation, y'all see through the conspiracies, not conspiracy theories. Y'all see through the general conspiracies that have made up the 70s, 80s. Like you're hip, like you get it. And in the 12th house, because you have this very divine understanding of value in this life, it's going to be very easy for others to dismiss your awareness as delusional when actually you're one of the most genius people. When I say you're one of those spiritual people, I don't mean it in a sense where you're spiritual, like you light candles and you do good things. I mean so in the sense that you're constantly tapped into other realms of existence. Because now the 12th house nature of this Taurus energy is going to ground fully the spiritual experience of phenomena that is metaphysical. And this is going to ingrain this into your being and into your physical touch. But this is where we get to that cross, because I think the coolest thing about you is you're a vessel alien, just like me. And as a vessel alien, what people don't understand about us is we don't have normal souls. We literally house entities in our souls. So like certain reaction, like having Pluto on your soul, you will have the most extreme disgust reaction. One thing that's facts with anyone who has Pluto on Moon, they hate people. They hate people. Like you can't be around people really unless they're pure, because Pluto doesn't play that crap. And if people aren't pure in their intent, 100%. This is why Scorpios keep it 100. If you're even a little impure, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. And you can break down someone's character based on how pure or impure their actions are. This is very important to denote the linkage with purity to actions. Okay? Because if this was in Gemini, where your Venus is, this isn't, Gemini reads minds in a traditional telepathic way. Gemini will literally, if your moon was in Gemini, you are receptive to the thoughts of other people. Moon and Gemini people can even hear inanimate objects speak. Why? Because everything has a soul. So it communicates in its own way. Now, of course, are they really saying the words they're hearing? No, this is just how their subconscious makes sense of it. But is that communication happening? Yes, that's called magic. So Gemini is going to literally hear the thoughts, but Libra reads your mind based on your actions because it's a cardinal sign. And so Libra is going to watch someone do something and psychoanalyze that person based on what they did to know who they are, which is a superpower. I don't know why Libras walk around like it's normal, but it's a superpower. I don't know why y'all try and act like this is like a normal thing y'all do, but there's nothing normal about that. But you having your moon in Libra now gives you this balanced soul, which is anything but balanced, because you're if anything, you're just receptive to how chaotic everything is. And so having Pluto next to your soul opens up your vessel to kill things, to destroy, and to transform. And this is why there needs to be utmost of purity, because you are the destroyer of ego. Oh my gosh. Thankfully, Jupiter in Aries is opposite this. Like you can use your words and decimate an individual that steps to you incorrect. All right. Because especially with the royal nature of your spirit as queen, you don't play that. And you have this very amazing ability to see into the grounded nature of people and thus discern their value system. Now, because your moon is 6 signs away from your sun, this gives you the Virgo aspect. Okay. If you were a new moon, if you were born on a new moon, that's a conjunction, that's Aries. I have a Capricorn moon and a Gemini sun. So my moon is 8 signs away from my sun. So I'm Scorpio. Okay. You're Virgo. Now your sun's in Taurus, your moon is in Libra, but your aspect is Virgoan because the Libra moon now aligns and with balanced action determines the nature of your behavior and others based on how receptive you are to their actions or other people's actions. But there's a deep element of power that this 5th house Libra energy in your 4th gains in privately understanding the nature of individuals so that you can more creatively connect in ways you need to. And this is where Jupiter in Aries really brings out the abundance of character that you possess, falling in your 11th with Chiron here, which is going to make you someone who can evoke very great passion and courage, okay, in your collectives with people. 11th house in astrology is how you make other people feel. Which is very important because they're your audience. So like, you can see this in battle rap. Like Daylight has Aquarius sun, moon in Sagittarius, or Chess is Scorpio sun, Virgo moon. So because they have their moon 11th house, whenever they say bars, the crowd reacts to them so much more because they know how to play to the crowd. And what's in your 11th house will show you how people react. If you have 11th house in Sagittarius, you can make the crowd go wild. Aqua rising. If you have 11th house in Aries, you make the crowd amp. Okay, and this could be your circle of friends. Chiron Jupiter here means you bring the energy. Like I have Mars in the 11th, even though it's a 12th house Mars, and my 11th house is Pisces. So when I go live, like I can bring this tribal feeling, and I can bring this savage feeling of like ampness. But with you having Chiron and Jupiter and even Taurus here, there is a balance true to your Libra moon, but it's very important because Chiron here in the 11th that you possess is going to really go a long way into instilling greater authenticity when you're around other people. You hold space and you attract friends that are raw and original. They may not put on appearances. It's like however they wake up out of bed, that's who they are. It's that real ish. And I love Aries for that because Aries will throw hands like right now. But this is so very important because Jupiter opposite this Pluto aspect buffers and balances the transformative quality of the Libran energy that makes social interactions with others very intense with this expansive quality of individual character that you bring in to influence the world around you. This is what's going to not only have you receptive to the negativity inherent and impurity and unbalance in social situations that is disgusting to you, but will also bring in your own element of originality to balance this. And this is where the cross to Saturn and Cancer judges sincerity, okay? Because of Saturn and Cancer right here, this allows you to be a judge of sincerity so that this opposition between Jupiter and Pluto does not go off the walls crazy. Saturn here makes you a judge of emotions. And it's a way of saying you're a lie detector because you can tell if someone's crying crocodile tears. You're a judge of sincerity. And ruling the house of your second allows you to be a high income earner. This may be frustrated now that we have delays for you, now that Saturn is opposite and you're shifting gears in your career. But this definitely allows you to not only be an authority of sincerity, but this allows you to individually allow you to judge how sincere people's emotions are, and also to really command a lot of wealth through your self-esteem. It's just growing up for the first 30 years of your life, feeling the positive about your self-esteem might have been very difficult with Saturn there on your second. This is where we are now brought into one of the coolest parts of your chart, something that is not a coincidence at all. You having 11-degree Venus in Gemini, opposite 11-degree Neptune in Sag. Oh, you magic. Okay. This is the magical quality and ability to reflect truth from your heart and show people what it is you're saying. Venus in Gemini Venus in Gemini is very good for poetry because it's the beauty Venus of words, Gemini, and communication. So because it's linked to your AC, this is what's going to cause you to have a very beautiful personality in the way you communicate and also just be very beautiful. But the opposite end, the opposition to Neptune, is going to add an intuitive quality to really help discern what it is you're seeing and use the vehicle of relationships to also add so much truth and meaning. If Gemini is the truth, Sag is what it means. And so you're able to be led to by your heart to the meaning of experiences around you. And because this is all in the seventh, how it relates directly to other people. And so this is the ability to basically see someone and see if you have a future with them, especially with the North Node here. Like you'll see visions of where it can go. And see, remember, this is all stuff that can lend to people thinking you're delusional. Because it's like, oh my gosh, she's talking about she had a vision or she had a feeling. And if people aren't advanced like you're advanced in this quality, they're not necessarily going to know what it is you're doing. In fact, your destiny with the North Node here in Sagittarius aligns your path to uncovering the meaning of the divine with Neptune. And so the divine essence of the creator guides you forth in adventurous quality to take the truth of your own identity and uncover the meaning of other people, spiritually so. This is a very fancy way of saying people will project their insecurities on you and just think you're crazy when you're actually very divine, very divine. And you hold space for other people to really reflect out more the divine nature of what they see. It's a fancy way of saying people are more psychic around your presence. People see more. You offer that Neptune. So like their third eye will open more. And if they're not ready to believe what they see, they're going to project that something's wrong with you when it's the opposite. Now, Mars squares this. You have Mars in Pisces, which is 10 of Cups. This is in the 9th, 10th. Your MC is in the 9th. You're here to teach people metaphysics. You're here to teach people peace. You're here to teach people divinity, divine magic. Pisces has limitless applications. So you could literally be a bank teller. And when people come up to you, you're going to really pique their curiosity into really learning about what's beyond this time and space. And that can come off as through religion. This can come off through spirituality. This can come off through science. I mean, metaphysics is a whole scientific field relating to phenomena that is beyond physics, right? Pisces. So this is very important because, you know, your heart is logical. Your heart is aligned with truth. Your Mars and desire is aligned with fantasy and imagination. And so you have to learn ways to align both of your heart and desire in ways that still show the vision intuitively of where you're headed with who. Sometimes your actions can frustrate your heart's desires. It's not that they want different things. It's just the way that they want it. You want to make sure you align Mars to submit to Venus, because your heart is aligned with your character. So once you align those actions to the truth of your heart, you'll really be able to dismiss any confusion. But outside of that, this is a very amazing chart. I look forward to speaking with you later this week, and we can go over what was uncovered in the chart. I know in the consultation I want to look more into your Neptune and look more into your moon, because those are very, very, very amazing aspects. You stay blessed as always, and until next time.